Oh. So, in the last episode, we went through a whole bunch of dialogue, and now we are going to wake up in the middle of the night and figure out what's going on. Don't forget your torch! Because, look how dark it is. In this game, night is night. So, there are ways to get around that without a torch later, but for now, this is the only method we've got. Oh, it's raining. Close the door then. The objective is to head up to the battlements and see what's going on.
Keep your old wives' tales to yourself. Anyway, do you think Sigismund wouldn't catch up with us in the forest? Here, at least, we have a chance to defend ourselves. The well is deep, and we've got decent stumps of food.
Everyone's on edge.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Lord David. Sir Robard.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
We will. Let's do it. Let's find out what is going on.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig! What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
Yep, in my Peter Pan
You have
outfit,
courage,
too.
lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick
You are
skin
locked up.
since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Literally.
Anywhere, people! Move out!
Alright. So there goes Ratzig, and there goes the Scouts refugees. We'll see them another time.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice, or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body.
I was planning
I want
do
you to keep
so
a close
hard
eye on
tonight.
everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Sounds good. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to him.
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
Hey, watch
I know.
it, lout.
People won't get out of the way. Can I be of help?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
So you think you've got to like stand guard out here all day, which you can do. If you want, I mean all night. First of all, I would put your torch away if you're actually going to look out there. Because you're not going to see anything otherwise. But you're not going to really see anything anyway. This is actually another tutorial where they want you to just wait here for a little bit, do the role-playing gig, like sort of just walk around the battlements, and then somebody's going to run up to you and teach you about waiting. If you've never played an RPG like Elder Scrolls, then this is good to know. Stores won't be open at night. Stealth missions are better done in the darkness than in the daytime. So all of these circumstances, you might want to change the time of day without having to wait until it actually happens. So they're going to teach you about waiting, and it's very simple if he ever shows his face. Oh, here he is. Hi.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much
You
will
could
be
tell by
happening
my
today.
uniform, probably.
You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Me and my merry men will steal from the rich and give to the poor, though. I'm good at that. Hey, come back. You didn't listen to my whole story. Okay, so he wants me to wait until morning. So it's easy. On the PlayStation controller, you click your touchpad, and it brings up that wheel, that same wheel that when we slept. So you can wait as long as you want. Just know that, again, your nourishment and energy is going to go down because you're not sleeping. You're just waiting. But like I said, like shops don't open till around 9 o'clock. So if it's 3 in the morning and you need to sell stuff, that's pretty annoying. So you want to wait. So we're going to wait right now until morning, which is like 6 a.m. And like I said, if you want to do a stealth mission or assassination mission, you're going to want to do that at night. So you'll want to wait until it's dark.
Everyone to the Bailey Battle.
That does not sound good. And it didn't make me wait the whole time. You saw that. It didn't load the whole up until 6 a.m.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go! Let's go! Let's go! Move
Where am I
it!
going?
Quick! Go! Go!
Oh, yeah. Right. Cutscene. We can't get away.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Excuse me.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Well, go talk to him, Lord Divish.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end
Pan,
up like
calm
them?
down. Not yet.
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz.
Try
I
saying
come in
that
the
3
name
times
of
fast.
Sigismund of Luxembourg, King
Him
of
too.
Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your
Does
visit?
anybody else feel like Sir Divish's voice
Yesterday,
is a
His
little
Majesty took action
not
against
fitting?
the enemy of the kingdom, Sir
It
Ratzik
sounds like he's
Kobila, who has
15.
been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king.
I mean, he's got that beard and everything. He looks like
Nevertheless,
he's got-
I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle where he has little chance of defense to another where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. To Markwart von Auschwitz. Running for our lives.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Just get right on with you. Markwart will have to wait. See, so you learned about Markwart von Aulitz in your codex now. So you type you meet a new character, it adds their real history to your codex, so you can go see like what actually happened. All right, so everybody's dispersing. This is where it becomes a little unclear what you're supposed to do. What you're really supposed to do now is escape Talmberg. Remember, you're being held here, and they're not going to let you go. The gate's locked. So you have no choice but to escape if you want to go and bury your parents, which is your next main objective. Oh. Well, it will be once I talk to Sir Romar.
Are you...
Good day to you.
Oh. Good pointed speech. I have
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
That's true. Yes. So I'm the best at this. He's also, like, higher up in the nobility, so he might be cool with this.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad,
No,
but I
he's
won't
not cool
take
with it.
orders. You'll have to
In my
wait until everything
experience,
settles
I've
down,
never
and
been
maybe your
able to talk
lord
this
will
guy
change his
down.
mind.
I've had pretty good speech in some of these games, and or my friends have, and I haven't been able to sway him.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of them.
So all of this stuff's just optional.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Again, if you want to just
Kuttenberg.
click on it.
Well, but the good lord gave me...
Were there many?
Oh, really? Cool.
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them.
I see.
Again, I'm not going to do that very much.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the
if
high
I think I've given
aristocracy.
people sufficient
In
time to
Prague,
read
a
it.
cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the...
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
I'm pretty into like pronunciations of stuff, but this is pretty hard to do some of these. And strong fortification. He was afraid of the Kuttenberg insurgent lords. I mean, now he could feed his troops. I don't think it does.
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it.
It's probably
King
as good an
Charles,
answer
may
as we
God
get.
grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained
So it's two brothers who are having a conniption fit with each other and forcing people to get involved. How many hundreds of wars do you think have been started that way? All right, I don't care anymore, Robert. So how do you get out of here?
For Christ's sake, where did you hear such a thing?
Well, there are a few different ways to do it.
Well, after talking to you, I went and had a good look around my own place.
If you still have a lockpick that Fritz gave you, which I don't, if you saw that first episode, I was not able to pick that lock. But if you have one, that would be preferable. It's not automatically obvious how you get out of here. But the first two ideas are to go talk to the person guarding the gate, obviously. And the only person that you have a relationship with, really, in Talmberg right now, which is the Lady of Talmberg, who's sort of taken an interest in you. So, with that in mind...
God be with you.
You should also ask if there's a trader somewhere here. There is a trader stuck in this garrison with you guys.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, because he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never...
Okay.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
I mean, yeah, I know. So you can pay him, but you'd have to steal a lot, I would imagine, to be able to pay this guy. I don't know if that's possible. I'm sure it is, but...
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Okay, so it's worth it to talk to this guy because he just gave you an idea. One of the ways to get out of here is to dress up like a soldier so that he will actually let you out of the gate. So that's important. Now, he also said that there was a trader around here next to the granary. Here's the granary. So he's somewhere around here. And if you remember, his name was Votava. That guy's name is Villager. So this is him. So he's a little bit of a trader. We're going to come back to him, but that's his location. Just so you guys know, if you don't want to do this method, another method is to simply jump off. You can just simply jump off the drawbridge and head on out. Just make sure a guard doesn't see you, either escaping or on the road out, because they will imprison you here. They will eventually kick you out of here after they imprison you, but that's going to affect your reputation here and all of that kind of stuff. So don't worry about that. So this guy said that he wants you to get armor. Well, how do you do that? That's why you wanted a lockpick from Fritz. If you go up those stairs, those battlement stairs, which lead you up here, you can go into this room, and this very easy lockpick will have pretty much everything you need to look like a soldier. But we don't have a lockpick right now. So that's got to be the first order of business for us. And if you didn't notice, that's one of those areas you're not really supposed to be in, so they're going to ask you to leave if they catch me. So we talked to the guy at the front gate. Now the next thing we're going to do is talk to the Lady of Talmberg. She might have more of a suggestion. Where is she going to be? So if she's not... This is where they dine, and this is Sir Divish's office in there, in the scribe's office. If they're not there and dining, then the Lady of Talmberg is usually upstairs in two places. One, her room. She could be in her room, which is on the end. But she is. Cool. And just so you know, she also could be... You can find them here a lot of times. The last room, which is the... They like to go here and pray for a while. See, she's on her way here now. Well, before you go and pray, lady, I need to talk to you.
Can I help you with anything?
No.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
It also, don't just go by the numbers and the reputation. That is really, really important. Don't get me wrong. But it also is important what you say. Sometimes if you know the person well enough, you can know, like, she does not handle aggressive responses well, even if my number was better than hers. Either one of these I think would work, but I'm going to go with this one because I'm a 4 and she's a 2 at regular speech.
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Yeah, we've already been through this. Yeah, great thinking. Where can I?
And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Huh. Okay.
It's
you
rather embarrassing.
Definitely should say this.
But if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money, and unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear.
So she just gives you 25 groschen. If you still have lockpicks left from Fritz, from when you were in Skalitz, then great. You don't really need that. But if you have no lockpicks, that's one of your only options.
Well, they'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable.
Okay.
Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
Okay. So we at least have a means now of getting a lockpick. Because we've got money and we know where the trader is. It's much less of a hassle if you just got the lockpick from Fritz and you didn't use them all, but I was a douche and did. The other thing that she was saying is if you can't get armor from this armory place, then the guards sleep all over the place. You could probably get armor somehow. What she's basically telling you there is you could go when the guards are asleep and try and pickpocket armor from them or knock them out for armor, I guess. But that's super risky, and until you practice pickpocketing, you're not going to be very good at it. So I don't recommend that as a viable option because they're going to catch you and imprison you, and
Jesus
they will
Christ
throw you out.
praised.
But again, it's going to affect your reputation. So we're going to trade with this guy, and really all we want is a lockpick. That's it. Lockpick. Costs 18.1 gross, and I have 25. So I can only afford one lockpick. I could sell some stuff, but man, this just is not worth that much money. I should eat too, by the way. My energy's still not good. Man. Alright. Well, I'll get to that in a second. So, 18.1, I'm going to haggle him. I don't want to pay 0.1 more than I need to.
Sure.
So we went over haggling a little bit, but I'll go over it again now that I actually can go like up and down the wheel. It's very easy. I've got 25 groschen. You can see that at the top. And then I'm the gold bar and he's the gray bar. So if I do this, I'm basically tipping him. I'm saying I will pay more than what it's worth. And tipping is a great way to get people to like you. But for now, I do not want to tip people. I want to pay the least amount I can get.
Are we agreed?
That's not enough.
Yeah, he's not going to agree to that. But it'll lower him down. See, so maybe we can meet at 17, hopefully.
You're flaying me here.
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
That is unbelievable. Whatever, dude. I better do this, because if I try one more time, I'm going to fail altogether, and he's going to lower his reputation with me. Then it's going to cost me even more. Oh, I didn't realize there was a wash bin here.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers?
That's a nuisance.
Them with the strange...
It'll all have to be replaced.
This is also a fighter's pit.
Look out!
It doesn't ever seem like you can train here, so I wouldn't really take stock in that. Another good reason to try and get this armor instead of just like jumping off and going your own way is because you'll keep this armor. So having a nice set at the beginning of the game when times are going to be kind of hard is a big deal. So like I said, I'm not allowed in here, so make sure nobody sees you go in. If they do, they're just going to ask you to leave, and you'll have to start it over again. Now, at this point, I think I can do this, but I'm going to save, because I have one lockpick. So I'm very sorry if I don't get this and I have to reload. I know that's probably going to be annoying. But I will try as hard as I can to get this in one try. Okay, and that cost me a Savior Schnapps. So now, not only did it cost me a Savior Schnapps, but I'm a little tipsy. Oh well. Let's give it a try. Perfect. I'll take all of this stuff. That's what I'm after. Okay? You want all 6 pieces of gear. Anything that's stolen will have the red hand next to it. So all 6 pieces of this are stolen. You don't usually want to wear stolen stuff around the area that you stole it. But this is sort of a special circumstance because it's part of the quest. I'll eat the bread. Yeah, I'll eat that, whatever. 101, energy 67. So, before escaping, I might want... Oh, hi. I'm one of you. Before escaping, I might want to sleep for an hour if they'll let me. Seem to be very tired. And people kept waking me up all night with cutscenes. Totally. Okay. 3 hours is fine. That works. Till noon. So, a lot of people complain about this wheel being slow. And it is. I mean, I won't lie to you. If the patch does come out tomorrow, it's supposed to, like, speed all this stuff up. But the reason this is so slow is because it's a persistent world. We've gone over the fact that people will do quests without you if you're not there on time and all this stuff. And so people's lives just go without you. So they have to load everybody to their current position when you do that. It's not just like they can load an instanced area and everybody appears. Now, the other thing to know here, and it is an objective, is optional. Get a horse. So this is your quest log. I don't know if we've even talked about the quest log yet. You've known about your inventory. I haven't shown you much about the player screen yet, but we'll go over that at some point. This is your quest log. So we only have one quest. It's pretty simple. A lot of times you'll see it like this, where there's the map on the right and then the quest in the left. And you can click triangle to see a very basic rundown of your quest. Bury your loved ones in Skalitz, get a horse optional, and get out of the castle. But what a lot of people fail to realize is the square button toggles the quest log here. A lot of people are like, why do I need to toggle the quest log there? Well, look at the difference in how much information you get from on the right. Sometimes this can be the difference if you're lost in a quest and have no idea what to do. Most of the time, you're probably just reading the triangle, because this does not tell you a lot. If you will click on the square and toggle this information, you'll learn a lot more usually, and most of the time key information that'll help you with the quest. So right now, all I need to know is that I got to get out of Talmberg. But the optional get a horse is kind of cool. You'll see that this says mount and steal at the bottom right. You can inspect horses all you want with X, but you can't. If I mount this horse, I'm going to steal him. Mount and steal. This one isn't even giving me an option. Mount. So this was the horse you came in on. So you're allowed to take it without anybody causing a fuss. So I'm going to back it up here, and we are ready to leave. We can make our escape. We've done the lockpick. We've gotten the armor. And we've made the arrangement with the front door guard. Who is this guy running? On. That was... I've never seen that before. I don't know what
Good health to you.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone... Hey! Open the gate!
Awesome. I have seen this, and again, the patch might have fixed this, but I have seen it where after you have that conversation with that guy, he does not say anything, and he doesn't open the gate. If that's the case, you have no choice but to just jump from the drawbridge out yourself, and you got to leave the horse behind. So that's unfortunate, but it's not that big of a deal, and you'll see why right down here on the road. But either way, it's nice to have a horse for this little part so that you can get there quicker. So we're off to Skalitz to bury our parents. We have successfully exited. Again, there's 3 ways to do it. You can steal the outfit, you can jump the drawbridge, or you can just get caught doing something and get imprisoned for a little while. And then they will kick you out.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. Looks like they've already gone.
Again, it's nice to have this armor. Instead of running around still dressed as Peter Pan, you've actually got some protection. Just a total It's awful. Quest started homecoming. So it basically starts us off right in front of Skalitz. Skalitz is way off in the distance there. You can't really see it, but you can see the smoke. This is Ravna. We galloped right through this town on our way to Talmberg.
Jesus.
So they start you here. This is where I'm going to end the video. I feel like we've done enough. We escaped Talmberg. We'll pick back up here where we deal with the sort of aftermath of this massacre, find our parents, and bury them, and we'll go from there. So, thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.